Good morning. You know, the funniest thing about, or the hardest thing about filming myself is getting used to all of these mechanisms here. And I just filmed a whole class, but I forgot to press play. So here we go. Saturday morning yoga, take two. It made me feel pretty good though, because I've always wanted to put myself on video for my students. And one of the things that kept me from that is my pitta perfectionist personality. I didn't like the way I looked. If I made a verbal mistake, I would have scrapped the video. So all the videos that I've done so far, I would have thrown them all out. The great thing about this is that it's really forced me to make these videos in the way that I teach yoga. That it's a practice, and we get better along the way, and we have to forgive ourselves for the mistakes along the way. So I hope you'll be patient with me as we go through, and I hope actually that this is bringing just a little piece of joy to you while you are at home. My playlist today on Spotify is a little amusing. Even though I don't find this whole virus element amusing, I'm trying to find some humor in it. So if you check on Spotify, the name of this playlist is called Corona. And as we go through today, I hope you'll enjoy some of those songs that are on there. And I'd like to welcome Pat and welcome Adrienne, and hopefully you guys are practicing with us today. And let's get started. I want you to come sit back on that mat. If you have that playlist available, reach over, take a moment. You can put me on pause for a moment and just begin. We start with the animals. We got to get out of this place. Close your eyes. Sink your hips right down into that mat. Breathe deep. Arms reach out, thumbs roll back. Inhale, up, overhead. Touch those palms. I want you to start to circle around, moving through those ribs as you go. Inhale and exhale. Clasp your fingers, open up those elbows and start to come wider and wider. And then reverse direction, feeling that through the side body. Fingertips down to the mat. Pull those shoulders back and down and slide them towards me. With the palms open, press into the mat and push your spine towards the back of your mat, rocking back and forth. Walk those hands off to the side, reaching your front arm a little deeper than the back. And then opposite side, reach back. Inhale, fingertips back to neutral, body up tall. Turn those palms down. Press the heels of the hands towards me and pedal. And circle those wrists, both directions, figure eight. Rolling up into your tabletop position. Open the fingertips, press them down, lift your back leg, doesn't matter which one. Same side arm, reach it to the sky. Reach for the ankle. Take a hold, stretch that body. Little back bend here. And then, whichever foot you chose, step it forward on your mat, square those hips to the floor, and support your weight with your fists. Rocking side to start. Usually Saturday mornings in my practice, I do a lot of moving stretches, a little dynamic movement before we work into our day. I want you to press those hips back and draw the toes towards the body, and then sink back down. Add breath this time. Inhale back, exhale down. One more time. And exhale and deepen that pose by pressing the front foot forward a little bit deeper. The back toe is going to curl under, the knee will lift, and same thing, we're going to hinge back and hinge forward. Hinge back, hinge forward, and hold. One more here. Pull the heel to the body and just give a rock so we get that quadricep into the mix here. And then slide that foot back. Remember which one you're sliding back. Palms down to the mat. Opposite foot lifts. Same side arm reaches. Reach for that back foot. Take a hold. Little back bend. Sweep it forward on the mat. Weight in the fists. And then hinge back and forth. Hinge back and forth. I have really enjoyed getting all of your pictures of your practices, and I hope you will keep sending them. I think it helps make me feel connected, and I hope it's making you feel connected. If you email them to me, lennoxyoga@gmail, it's easier for me to post them up for you. Back toe curls under. Knee lifts, hinge, and fold. Hinge, and fold. Knee down, slide back. A little puppy stretch here as those hips press back. Breathing in and out. Rocking side to side. And slide up tabletop position. Toes under, downward facing dog. You stay in that down dog. I just want you to be able to hear my voice as I talk through, and I'm going to grab a sip of my coffee. So open those fingertips. Press the hips back deep on your mat. Ah, and sigh. Look up. Walk, step, or jump those feet forward. Come halfway up. Exhale, deep fold. Bend those knees, reverse that swan. Come all the way up. Prayer hands down in front of your heart. Pose of attention. We're going to go 2 Surya Namaskar A, 1 Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, arms up, overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward, fingertips down. Inhale, flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Expansion in the lungs, expansion in the ribs. Look up. Walk, step or jump. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Prayer hands down. We roll again. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up. Walk or jump. Knees, chest, chin are full chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. It's funny, I was saying, as I was creating the last video, when we're in class, I don't feel like I have to talk as much because you guys talk so much. But on the video, when it gets really silent, I feel like I need to talk to you. Look up, walk, step or jump. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan, come all the way up and prayer hands down in front of your heart pose of attention. We go right to chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Little back bend. Swan dive. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, walk, step or jump. Chaturanga up. Exhale, down dog. One leg forward, high in the air, step it through. Inhale, rise. Rest or vinyasa. You can always go into child's pose. Chaturanga up. Exhale, down dog, opposite foot high. Step it through on that mat. Inhale, rise. Palms to the mat. Vinyasa. And deepen. Reconnect with your breath here. Look up. Walk, step, or jump. Deep fold. Sit those hips back, arms reach up overhead, and a little back bend as you come back to Samasthiti on your mat. Full breath in, step that foot half the distance of the mat forward. Hands behind that back. I want you to open those shoulders, pitch the ribs forward, lower the nose down towards the toes. Inhale fully. Exhale. If you're feeling a little daring today, try closing your eyes in this pose, letting your body embrace the imbalance. Inhale, rise up. Exhale here. Step that foot back, opposite foot forward on the mat. Open those shoulders. Rib cage forward, lower, nose down towards the toes. Breathe in and out. Inhale, rise. Step that foot back. We're going to take a little vinyasa going into a warrior series here. As you inhale, arms up overhead, crow jump back if you like it. Exhale, swan dive forward, fingertips down. Inhale, halfway up on your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high, step it through on the mat. Left heel spins down. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Reach those hands behind the back. Pinch the shoulders, blades together, and lower that rib cage. So that shoulder can come right down to that thigh. We're going to revolve this. Left hand to the mat, right arm to the sky. We're going to challenge you. Inhale, rise up with that opposite hand. Vinyasa, or rest. Never hesitate to just drop those feet. Do the pieces that you can. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, left leg high. Step it through. Spin that right heel down. Open up. Warrior two. Fingertips behind. Pinch those shoulders together. Up and over. Lower that right hand. Lift that right heel. Left arm to the sky. Reach back. Inhale, rise. Palms to that mat. Full vinyasa if you can handle it this time. Rest if your body screams for rest. And downward facing dog. Look up between those hands, another standing series. Walk, step, or jump forward on that mat. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Reverse that swan. Come all the way up and pull those prayer hands down in front of the heart. Hope you're doing okay. The lucky thing for you is that whenever you want, you can hit pause and grab a coffee. Push into your right. Peace fingers to that left toe. Reach down, pull up, extend. Heel out. Don't worry if that knee's not perfectly straight. We're really looking more for the shoulder, that middle body, and that hamstring just getting the stretch that's good for you. Open to the side. As I told you, I filmed this once already today, so I am like exhausted, but really having fun. Just switch hands. So if you can't quite grab it with your fingertips, you can always get a strap here too. Wrap it around that foot and try and pull forward. So keep a towel at the side of your mat. Taking that ankle above the knee joint. Prayer hands as we lower fingertips towards the floor. You can feel free to toss your arm balance in here, but in the practice here, I'm going to go to standing split. I'm going to unwind that right hand, unwind that left leg, bring it high, high, high up to the sky.
And then half moon dancer, dancer, and down. Right fingertips forward, left arm up, reach, extend out through that back heel. Find that foot, look for me up front, and rise. Oh, wait, can you see me? I'm hoping this video is still running. Uh-oh. Pause, pause, pause. Are we still moving? Recording? It looks like we still are. Hooray. I think my screensaver went on. Lift that foot, rise up, and settle back down. Let's go opposite foot here. Push into that left, lift right. Lift up tall. Extend. Open to the side. Cross over. Ankle in front as you lower down. Deep, full breath. Hips high, head low. Left hand down. Unwind that right standing split. Half moon. Are you still with me? I hope you're sweating. Reach back. Take a hold of that ankle. Square off. Look up to me. Lift, lift, lift. Hang in there. And lower down as we pedal out. Nice job. Feet come nice and broad apart. Forearms down. Standing child's pose. That right hand underneath, left arm high to the sky. Wrap if you want to. Rock if you can. And back. Some of you I know probably wanted to jump into Bird of Paradise, so I'll take a little time in between just in case you did that. Opposite hand under, open up that arm. Wrap if you can. Rock if you can. And feel free to lift. As you release, I want you to take peace fingers to the toes. Push the toes down to the floor. Pull up with the shoulders and lower your head down to that mat. You're really going to push those hips high to the sky, lowering the head to the floor. Breathing, breathing, breathing. As you release, place your fingertips on the floor. You're going to bend the knees and bring those elbows inside. Okay, lots of options here. I want to make these work for everyone. So the first option, if you have sensitive knees, I just want you to sit down, bring those feet forward, and stretch through that lower back. Right here, great stretch, working side to side. You can come one side and you can come the other. If knees are okay and you can stay here, elbows in, squeeze and really work through that back. If you're feeling really adventurous today, I'm gonna go crow, tripod, tripod headstand, back to crow. Come with me. You can always watch asana while you're doing what you're doing. To start with, let's make sure my pants are pulled up so I don't give you a show. Crow. Lower. Tuck that head. Tripod. Tripod headstand. Back to crow. And rejoin the group here. And as we sit back, take a hold of those knees. We all join together right here on the mat. Let those knees push side to side. As you inhale and exhale. I'm so happy to have each of you join this, and I hope you'll keep this up, especially if you're only getting to classes once a week when we restart. I'm hoping this is an option that you can grab a second day of practice, or a third, or a fourth, each week. I'm going to post at least, every day right now, I'm trying to post at least one new video. But once we get back in the studio, I'm hoping to create at least 2 new practices a month so that you can have an extra day. Knee forward, opposite foot back. For those of you with sensitive knees, stay on that hip. If it feels okay, come into that full pigeon, lower those palms, fists, and let that head rest for a moment on that mat. Pull your back heel towards the body, rock that heel. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, vinyasa or down dog, whichever feels good. For those of you that want a little kick up, 1, kick up, 2. And then bring that opposite knee through on the mat. Lower down. Fists rock side to side. I'm wondering if anybody's listening to the playlist. Little Britney Spears, Toxic. Maroon 5, It's Getting Harder to Breathe. There was some humor in there. Pull that heel towards the body, rock it side to side. Down dog or vinyasa. And in that down dog, a little kick up if you'd like it. And then meet in down dog. I want you to look up at your thumbs. So the objective is to squeeze those elbows and drop them if you can. If that's not an option, lower your knees, line up your arms, and meet me in dolphin pose. Try rocking to tiptoes and to heels. Tiptoes and heels. And for those of you working forearm stand, if you want to find a spot to do that, I'll take some time here in a few poses so you have a chance and opportunity. Always remember, you want to make sure that you can come down slow. Don't push that too far. While you're working those forearm stands, the rest of us are going to come down to the knees. Walk those hands off to the side and stretch. Come join us when you're ready. Inhale, walk those hands to the other side. Reach and stretch. As you inhale and rise up, you're going to pitch forward. Modified plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, child's pose. I want you to hinge forward, knee to the outside of the wrist. So it's like a half frog pose here. Your elbows will slowly come down to the floor. Sensitive backs, I really want you to stay down low right here. Sensitive hips, you want to stay down low here. If you'd like to explore this a little bit deeper, you can lift that body up, take your opposite hand and find that foot. Breathing deep. One of my favorite poses, awkward down dog. As we release those palms, hips, legs are staggered. Lower the knee down, pull it opposite one parallel, and then half frog on the opposite side. You know, it's so nice to actually practice. When I do it on my own, I feel sometimes a little lonely. But talking to the video screen and knowing that you're on the other side, I don't feel that so much. Thank you guys. Reach back. Feel pretty blessed in my life to have all of you in it. Yep, I'm talking to you. Awkward down dog. And then lower the knees, square them off. One more vinyasa. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale. We're going to come to a seated position on that mat. Feet out nice and wide. So I think another beauty of this is that you can kind of pick and choose. For somebody who just wants to do a little stretching sequence, you can fast forward to the end to right here and just do the stretching sequence. Reach across, toe to toe. And then bring those fingertips forward. Push down in the mat to lift up as you breathe. And walk, walk, walk those fingertips. Inhale up. Walk those fingertips. One more time. So deepen this. Pulling your toes towards your body, pressing those heels out.
pretty cute song to cool down to, those of you listening to all by myself. I hope you've enjoyed the playlist today. I had a little fun putting it together. A very special one that I put together for Wednesday night, but I'll still be posting before that. Reach out across that body if you can connect. Don't worry if you have to bend that knee. Sometimes it depends on what our goal is. If we want hamstring, sure, we want to straighten. But if we want shoulder, mid-body, and back, that reach and extension does just as much. Inhale up. Exhale, reach to the opposite side. And then inhale back to neutral. I want you to bring those soles of the feet together on your mat. Reach out over those toes. Lift the shoulders up as you press the hips forward and draw the chin to the chest. My folks that do headstands, full headstands, if you would like to work that into your practice right now, I'm so excited watching you on your pictures because I feel like this is a reason to practice every day right now, and it's really going to work all of us a little bit more than we normally would. So take the time, do a headstand, and then come back and meet us. We're going to be on our backs. Pull those knees together. Soles of the feet down, rock those hips. Before we go down to our backs, we'll take peace fingers to the toes, lift those heels, extend. Open up into Navasana and lower down. Hips will slide towards the heels. Body will come down on that mat. And the knees will draw into the chest as you create those circles. I love. You see these in my practice all the time. And that's because so many of us, our hips get tight throughout the day. But this is such a great way to keep those fluids moving through those hips. And then soles of the feet down, palms to the side, shoulders back, lift up through those hips, arms over, shoulder bridge. Back down again, knees come to the chest. Breathing in and out. Full back bend if you can. Fingertips behind that back. Root those feet down. Lift up into that back bend. And again, lower down. We've got just 3 more poses. Well, 4. Knees to the chest. If you can go up into your shoulder stand, reach behind, take a hold, lift those feet high. For those of you that can do lotus, I'm going to have you do lotus. And sometimes you can't see in the back of the room, but this is a lotus balance or embryo as we wrap around. I'm not going to go because this shirt keeps coming down and I don't want to give you a show. Full plow, legs long, overhead, rock side to side. And turtle pose truly reminds me of this social isolation. You can take those knees, wrap over the ears.
And then your spine down to the mat. I'm going to turn off this playlist for a little quiet for myself here. Lower the soles of the feet down. Arms out to the side. One leg up and over and tilt down. As you close your eyes and your hip goes into the mat. You know, I have a book that I often read, Meditations on the Mat by Rolf Gates. And there's one that talks about a Hopi elder who explains that the times are changing fast and rapid. And he said that there's many that will cling to the shore, who won't move. And the Hopi elder tells everyone to let go. Let the river take you where it may. And when you surface, look around and see who's with you. He goes on to say that those are the ones that we've been waiting for. I love that. I love that for hard times because I think that it reminds me that everything has a reason. There's a reason why we go through. And what are the reasons for each and every one of us right now? What are we getting done that we haven't been able to? What are we ignoring that we've been ignoring? Come to the opposite side, wrap those legs, flip, come over. Were we ignoring healing? Well, guess what? We have time to right now. Were we ignoring our family? Guess what? We have time. Were we ignoring ourselves? Guess what? We have time. As you close your eyes, as you come entirely long on your mat, hands to your side, shoulders back, heads down, moisten your lips, relax your jaw, and rest, my friends. Rest. And it's my hope that as you rest in Shavasana with your eyes closed, that you'll ask yourself, this gift of time that's been handed at my doorstep right now, how shall I use it wisely? As you hear my voice, I'm going to draw you back. If you prefer to just mute my volume and stay in that Shavasana a little longer, please feel free. I want to thank you all for coming today. As you open up your hands, as you open up your hearts, as you open up your minds to all